Good morning, everybody. It's Julie coming to you from the Amherst branch of the Cumberland Public Libraries. It's Monday again. Today is Monday, July 27th, and that means it's time for another scavenger hunt. I wonder what we're going to do today. This says fairy tale scavenger hunt. Who likes fairy tales? I love fairy tales. They're some of my favorite stories, and there's so many of them, and there's so many things that you could find from fairy tales. Let's see what this one's asking for. This one says, find a bowl. Wonder what fairy tale that one's from. Find a brick. I wonder what you do with a brick. Find a clock. Clocks can look very different. Clocks can have hands on them, or clocks can just have digital numbers on them as well. Find some magic beans. Well, that's kind of cool. You could find some beans and plant them in your backyard and see if they grow a beanstalk. Find a slipper. Does anybody have a glass slipper? That would be so cool. I'd love to have them. But I don't know if they would be very comfortable. I think they'd look pretty cool, but I think they'd be uncomfortable to walk in. Find a bed. Everybody's got a bed. Go find your bed and lay down and say, oh, I found my favorite bed. Find a bridge. You might have to go outside to do this because there's bridges around town. And if you don't see one around town, maybe you can find a picture of a bridge in a book. Find a gingerbread cookie. Ooh, that's really cool. Maybe you could make some gingerbread cookies with the adults in your home, and then you could eat them because gingerbread cookies are the best kind of cookies. Find a pumpkin. It's a little early in the season right now for pumpkins, but if you have a garden growing, or if somebody in your family has a garden growing, you might see some pumpkins there. Find a chair. What's a chair? That's right, a chair is for sitting on. And I bet you in every room in your house, you'll probably find a chair. And probably out in your backyard too. Find a basket. What would you do with a basket? Little Red Riding Hood had a basket. What did she put in her basket? I'm not sure if you remember. Find an apple. Ooh, apples are so good. I'd like you to go and look for an apple, and if you find it, I'd like you to eat it all gone. Find some sticks. What are you going to do with some sticks? I think you can find lots of things to do with sticks. And then find somebody who has long hair. Who do you know that has the longest hair? Maybe you could have a contest. If you have long hair, find your family member or your friend that has long hair and measure it together to see whose hair is the longest. My hair is getting pretty long now, but I know a lot of little girls out there whose hair is much longer than mine. So see if you can find all of those things, and then think of some of the other things in your favorite fairy tale. Maybe you could find a beautiful dress like Cinderella. Maybe you could find a mouse like in Cinderella. There's mice in that story. What other fairy tales are there out there? There's the gingerbread man. There's the house made of candy. There is in the Three Bears, if you find the bed and the bowl for the porridge, maybe you'll find the chair for that one too, because who sat in those chairs? That's right, the bears did, and Goldilocks did. I said Cinderella, I think. I said the wrong one. It's Goldilocks who sat in the bears' chairs. So find all of these things and think of some of your other favorite fairy tales and see if you can find some stuff out of those as well. If you find some really good ones, make sure you make a comment in the comments below so that all of your friends can look for those too. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.